welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. This is my review for Jersey Shore Family Vacation Season 3 Episode 14, and I like to mix it up a little bit. I really do like this show. I've been watching Jersey Shore since I was in high school, and now that they put it back on TV, I enjoy watching this new version of Jersey Shore as well. So let's just get right into this review. So much has happened since Mike has been locked up in prison in the lives of the cast of the Jersey Shore. Dina ended up having her first son named CJ, who is absolutely adorable. Jenny also ended up getting into a new relationship with this guy, Zach, who they call 24 because he is 24 years old. And she had ended up getting into it with Angelina in the last few episodes of the previous season because of the fact that Angelina and 24 were very flirty with each other in the club. At one point, he was grabbing up on Angelina, and everybody was confused at the events that took place. So Jenny and Angelina ended up getting into it. They were almost getting ready to fight with wine bottles and everything, and then they decided to just let it go and let bygones be bygones. So also, Ron had a very dramatic season, okay? He was getting into it with Jen so much, who is the mother of his daughter, to the point where cops had to be called all the time, and Ron was continuously lying to the rest of the cast on the show. At the end of the season, he ended up going to rehab for a little while, and then the girls, drunk, went to Washington, D.C. to try to break Mike out of prison. So the way that the last episode ended was the cast ended up piling up at Jenny's house for a sleepover because they thought Mike was going to be being released from prison and they wanted everybody to be in Jersey at the same time. But they ended up finding out at the last minute that Mike was absolutely not going to be getting out anytime soon. He wasn't going to be getting out until September. And so the cast was very disappointed in that, which it is disappointing. That's their friend and they truly miss him. So they decide that they want to have fun and make the most of the last few days they have at Jenny's house. So they decide to call Lauren and ask her to meet them at the bowling alley so they can have a fun bowling day. When they get to the bowling alley, everyone is talking about how great Lauren looks, but she does look great. You could tell that she's been taking her workout seriously. You could tell that she's been eating very clean. She looks great, and I know that she's preparing herself for when Mike gets out of prison. Now, they asked her how Mike is looking because before he had got locked up in jail, he was eating a lot, okay? This dude ate so much, and he was ordering everything off the friggin' menu anytime they went out to eat anywhere. And so he kind of was letting himself go a little bit, but Lauren let them know that he's actually been focusing on working out a lot since he's been in prison. I mean, there's really nothing left to do in jail. So she said that he has his old 2009 Mike the Situation body back. So everybody's excited to see. And I think it's great that he's taking care of himself. Hopefully he doesn't indulge too much when he gets out of prison. Now, Paulie played the best when it came to bowling. Okay, he did a really good job. Jenny was pretty good too. They kept getting strikes, but Snooki was the absolute worst. Okay, but in her defense, okay, she's so tiny and like the ball is basically bigger than her. I know that ball is really friggin' heavy, and so when she tries to roll it, it's almost like she's rolling herself through the pins because she's so tiny. So she didn't play that well, but she ended up getting a strike at the very end, which was funny to watch. At one point, the girls got tired of how good Paulie was playing, and they started rolling around all over the floor, trying to distract Paulie from being able to get a strike. And you could tell that the owner of the bowling alley was having an issue with the way that they were behaving. They were all over the floor, rolling around, and they were being really loud, which, okay, they were doing a bit too much, but it was fun. And the fact that they showed up to his environment would probably make more people come. But he seemed like he was not happy about the way that they were behaving in there. I thought it was funny to watch, but you do have to learn how to act a certain way when you go into certain places. But it was really funny to watch. They were drunk, obviously, because they were drinking, and it looked like everybody was having a good time. At one point, they got embarrassed and decided to leave the bowling alley early, okay? Now, they wanted to go to the strip club that was literally next door from this bowling alley, but Jenny and Ron wanted absolutely no parts of it. Jenny said that Snooki was drunk and she did not feel like babysitting her, which she always had to do. If you watched the original Jersey Shore, you would know Jenny always had to play mom to Snooki whenever she got too drunk. So she said she absolutely was not doing that. Ron decided to go home with Jenny, which I think was smart of him to do. He does not need to be in that type of environment. So Dina, Snooki, Angelina, Paulie, and Vinny all decide to go to the strip club together, and they had so much fun at this strip club. Jenny and Ron definitely missed out, but it definitely wasn't the environment for Ron to be in. Now, Snooki was turned all the way up, okay? She was dancing on the stripper pole. She didn't get naked or anything, so you can definitely see that she did mature from being on the original Jersey Shore, because if it was the original Jersey Shore, she probably would have lifted up her skirt or something, but she did not do that. She was just having a good time dancing. She was dancing on the trash can at one point. They was making it rain on strippers, but poor Dina, okay? She is too proper to be in the strip club, which is what Vinny was joking about. She was literally taking the money, and instead of making it rain on the strippers, she was actually handing them the money. It was really cute to see, though. Poor Dina. Now, they had so much fun, and they said that the reason why they went out to the strip club is because they felt like they needed a good time since hearing the bad news that, Mike wasn't going to be getting out when they thought he was going to get out. So I think that they had fun, and they definitely deserved it. They ended up going back to Jenny's house, though, at 3 o'clock in the friggin' morning, twisted. They got back to Jenny's house. No, they did not go to sleep. Paulie, Vinny, and Angelina were awake. Angelina told everyone in the last episode that she was doing this like steroid type of diet where she's using some type of steroids, and so she was drunk trying to play fight with Vinny, and this play fight literally lasted a whole friggin' hour. I cannot believe Paulie sat there for an hour and watched the two of them play fight. I honestly think that Angelina has a little bit of a crush on Vinny because she's always going at him all the time. Every single season she gets into it with him about something, but the two of them were play fighting, and he was saying that because she's on steroids, she was giving him a little bit of a go. She's actually pretty strong since she's been on the steroids, and at one point security came and peeked into the room, and he felt like he needed security to break that shit up, although they didn't, because she would not stop play fighting with him, okay? So in order to get her to stop play fighting with him, he ended up farting on her, okay, which is disgusting. He farted on her, but that was the only way for him to get her off of him. And then everybody decided to go to bed, and when they woke up in the morning, in typical Snooki fashion, she woke up and did not remember anything that happened. She didn't even remember going to the strip club. Paulie had to tell Jenny what went down when she ended up leaving. She told them that she decided to go home because she didn't want to babysit Snooki, and he let her know that she did the right thing by not coming because Snooki was all the way turned up at the strip club, dancing on poles and dancing on trash cans, okay? And then he let her know that, Vinny and Angelina were play fighting in her daughter's room for about a good hour, and Angelina would not stop at all. She continued to keep going to the point where Vinny had to fart on her to make it end. Because they only have one day left at Jenny's house, they decided to have a fun little pool day in Jenny's backyard. And again, Vinny and Angelina start going at each other, and Angelina lets him know that she wants to rap battle him. So the two of them agree to battle rap, and, they wrote down their raps inside of their phones. And the way that Paulie introduced Angelina was hilarious. He called her the Staten Island dump on steroids. I was dying when I heard him say that. I'm like, he needs to stop. He's always hyping up situations all the time. But they end up doing their rap battle, and it was trash, okay? They were both horrible, but Vinny did get a couple of zings on Angelina a couple of times where they had to, hype it up for certain parts of the scene, okay? And I thought that this scene was really funny, and it was lighthearted. They ended up getting a tie because both of them sucked at the end of the day. I thought it was funny, though. We thought was going to be a fun day, drama-free, did not end up being that way because they hear the ice cream man and they all go running outside to get their ice cream. And because they got so amped up about the ice cream, they end up going back into Jenny's house and eating their ice cream without paying for it. And so they see the ice cream man pull up in Jenny's driveway, and he's out there beeping the horn like crazy because obviously, they forgot to pay him. And so they end up going outside to give him his money, and he gets pissed off and annoyed. He's actually very rude to them when they came out there at first, though. And so when Angelina gave him the money, she threw the money at him because of the way that he was speaking to her, although I don't think she should have threw that money at him. He was being really rude and aggressive for no reason at all. It was a mistake, okay? They forgot to pay you. Good, you came there, you beeped the horn. They came back outside to give you your money. The way that he was speaking to them was rude, though. And so when they came back inside telling Jenny that he's outside being rude, she got pissed off because he's parked in her driveway making 10 tons of noise. And so she goes out there and she gets into an argument with him and starts cussing his ass out. They give him his money. He starts yelling and screaming, and then he ends up driving off. And I'm like, wow, who gets into it with the friggin' ice cream man, okay? They can't do anything without getting into it in certain situations, but I do think that the ice cream man was being a little bit rude. They end up going out to dinner to the restaurant that both Paulie and Angelina have gotten into physical altercations at, but they said that they were going to try to keep it classy this time that they go. So what started off as a group conversation, okay, because Angelina and Vinny were going back and forth about how she was play fighting with him for an hour, and she started talking about she likes it rough and how she slaps Chris around when they're having sex, which was funny. And so everyone was kind of in on that conversation, but then at another point at the time while they were at the restaurant, Vinny and Angelina Angelina looked like they were on a date by themselves. They were having a conversation, a really serious conversation as well. They were actually getting along at one point. And so the rest of the cast was like surprised at the two of them getting along and having their own little private conversation, to the point where they ended up moving their seats away from them, leaving them by themselves looking like they were on a date. They're all laughing and joking, and to mess with them, they have a bottle sent to Vinny and Angelina's little table, and it's like a big deal. It made it look like they were on a date or it was their anniversary or something. It was really funny to watch though. But they are very flirty with each other. I don't know if Vinny has an attraction for Angelina or if Angelina has an attraction to Vinny, but you can definitely tell that there's some type of chemistry there, although she is married now, so she probably might want to stop flirting with Vinny so much. So the boys end up leaving Jenny's house in the middle of the night and leaving her a joking around type of note. And it says that, you know, she needs to wash her sheets because Vinny has his keto farts, which he does because he farted on Angelina, okay? And then they joked around that she needs to get a plumber to come fix her toilets because Ron clogged them. Although they were joking around about that, Ron did not actually clog her toilets. They were just messing with her because Ron clogs every toilet every season of Jersey Shore. So the boys end up leaving, and the next morning the girls end up leaving as well. And in the very final scene of this episode, Lauren ends up getting a phone call from Mike saying that they finally did it, and that means that I guess he's going to be released from prison. So the episode cut there. I really thought this episode was funny. I love this show just because I know I'm going to get a good laugh when I watch it. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. And thank you to all my subscribers for the support. I appreciate you all so very much. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video.